And welcome everyone once again to the Evasion OCE solo competition. We're here for Group B tonight. My name's Trent AU. We are joined here as well again by Toastrack TV. Toast, how are you?
Oh, very good. Very excited for tonight.
Fantastic. And look, we had a really exciting night of competition last night for Group A. Obviously, the top 6 of our contenders from last night going through to the finals tomorrow at 7 p.m. And tonight we've got Group B. Joining us tonight, we've got Splinter, Chad Radicus, Afraid AU, Sir Nobby, Wild Koala, Juicin, Turtle, Ridstar, Happy Feet Ninja, Marcus, NZ, OG Subspecies, and Brobster as well. Now, we had a little bit of a delay last night, but we're going to jump straight into it tonight. Toast, while we're loading these guys in, do you want to jump us through the quick rules for Labs Heist? Our first
Absolutely.
map?
We are in the labs and there are points for kills, raider kills, PMC kills, and getting loot. So they've got double duty. Every 70k worth of loot is worth a point, plus every kill is worth a point. Every dog tag is worth 2 points if you extract with it. And those loot points are only worth anything if you can extract with them. So extracting is really important. But early in the raid, there's 12 people in our private server, all spawned in at the same time, all fighting each other. And some of these spawns are very close together.
They are, and it looks like we're already straight into this action already with Chad Radicus up on the screen. He's checking all of these angles here, really cautious. And you mentioned, obviously, these spawns are nice and close.
Is that red? They're so close together, those spawns. And Chad goes down. Brutal.
Unfortunate. So he'll be the first one to die tonight on our Labs Heist map. Reminder, chat, there is 12 competitors on this map, 11 still remaining.
Red doing really well to get the better of Chad Radicus there. Meanwhile, Wild Koala checking the stairs, always a very noisy place. Someone is present. They emptied their mag and then got killed. Terrible.
Really?
Usually I save a few bullets at the end of the mag just in case that happens. But no, Wild Koala getting a nice kill there. Very early in the competition.
That patience just played off.
That
paid off for him just there.
Grabbing a couple of extra nades as well. Happy Feet Ninja holding an angle. Very sensible early in the raid. This is action central in the Group B competition. Turtle's on the move underground. May not be very far from Happy Feet Ninja.
Pre-firing through that door there. We've seen a lot of that, particularly on labs. People just trying to get those wall bangs through the doors and other penetrable objects.
Oh, there's a lot of holes in that door already. That door just turning into tissue paper. Oh, and Turtle tried to get away and did not.
Looks like we've got Happy Feet.
That's how it happened. Slight delays between different streams. Happy Feet. Oh, brutal. So much carnage in the first minute of competition. Wonder if Marcus has heard any of that go down.
Off screen, we've also had Brobster take out AU Turtle as well. So we are dropping players left, right, and centre here.
Oh, Marcus just killed Juicin. Oh, that is rough. Wow, so much PvP so quickly. These guys just know labs backwards, know where the spawns are, know where the next spawn over is. And there's just nowhere to go on this map if you know where the spawn left and right of you is.
All right, so Nobby here downstairs. You can hear somebody just running close by him.
Juicin holding an angle. Was that an accidental voice line from Sonobi?
No, I think that was definitely on purpose.
Go hard or go home, Sonobi. And he is going for it tonight.
So we've been in raid for 5 minutes. We've already had 5 kills. You know, we saw our labs heist raids last night, really pushing out to the final minutes of our raid timer. And tonight, you know, we've nearly lost half the lobby in the first 5 minutes of the raid. So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, if the strategy of trying to take each other out really early and just having an empty map to loot up and maximize on those points. But, you know, there's at least half of our lobby so far that's going to walk away with this with very, very little points to begin with. So
where is
there's
Splinter?
4 other
I
maps
think
for them to pick
they
these
might
parts.
be upstairs.
Splinter looks upstairs, yep, and we've got Cernobi just
Looking at
checking
the
behind
staircase.
Door Sewer.
Snobby hanging out the sewer, which is my favourite place to hide in this map. Snobby figures the carnage has passed and now it's time to move. No one's picked up any loot that we've seen on screen. It's all been PvP action.
You reckon there's someone hanging out in the sewers?
1 point for every 70k.
Potentially. It is a spawn point.
Yeah.
Probably not somewhere that I would take or hang out.
So just hearing in the background here, we've got Epic Failure Dave, one of our Evasion battle mods, just having a chat here with Cernobi.
Hold up and just talk to myself as well. You know,
just talking through some of the thoughts and processes here.
You will come to know this.
I will answer your stupid questions, no matter how stupid I think they might be.
Thank you, thank you.
I wish I had a battle mod right now. In fact, I do.
Yeah, that's it, chat. You can't hear them, but we've got our amazing production staff who've joined us once again from NA, nice and early on their Saturday morning, to come and help us out, give us all the little tips and little bits of information about stuff that's about to happen on screen. So we've got Koala near server room, Bridstar running up to the kitchen.
Bridstar's already stashing his bag around, so I wonder if he's done a bit of looting. Get a few points, looting points in the bag. Yeah, a bit of loot there.
It's definitely a smart play, you know, for 70k rubles of loot will equal them 1 point on a successful extract. So they're really going to want to be filling up these bags. And we saw a lot of our competitors last night as well using these F4 Terminator bags, which have got a lot of slots in them, can fit a lot of heavy parts in them. And with labs being, you know, that famous CQC map, very PvP heavy, you really want to make sure you've got that mobility. So smart moves, dropping these bags.
Bridstar and Wild Koala having a grenade fight here.
Can't even see him. That smoke's been super effective.
So Koala actually brought in some smokes into labs. We were chatting about this before the broadcast tonight, and it's something you don't see very often, but can be a really, really solid play.
Splinter is not far away also and might be hearing some of that action, wanting to get involved and maybe third party.
You might just see Koala walk out of that door here in a second.
A lot of movement. Splinter getting a little bit of loot, not much.
All right, somebody pushing. All right, another smoke out by Koala, still holding his angle here at the end of the server room.
What advantage does the smoke give him, Trent?
It's going to... There's a couple of things that it's going to do. It's going to give him a little bit of noise cover. Smokes always have that slight hiss when they're still sort of early stages deploying there. Looks like he's taken out some of these raiders as well. So he's really just trying to cover his doors, make sure he can pick up some of that loot off those raiders, pick up some of those rigs. But the other thing is as well, he's got really where he was in that position. He had two ways to get out of there. Just having a smoke to cover that other side might just stop somebody from pushing blindly through that smoke as well.
Someone's pushed a button.
That
We
they
might
have
start getting some raiders mixed in.
few of our guys all very, very close here at the moment. If a fight breaks out, it's going to be quick to jump on that third party.
That much.
That's going to escalate.
All right, Red Star
Looks like
taking
some
a
raider
fight here
action
at the
for Red
moment.
Star. Another button pressed.
And I reckon Wild Koala's heard that now. He is on the attack. Bag drop. Get ready for that mobile
in the
push.
koala onesie as well.
Red Star unaware that he's being pushed up on here at the moment.
He's trying to get all the raiders and get those points, but he could be in trouble. Oh, Wild Koala in the region. Oh,
A really lucky shot there by
for
Wild
Red Star.
Koala.
Red Star thought he might be able to get a nade off, had to change his mind and couldn't recover. Sorry to see Red Star go down to a man in a onesie.
This grenade change has really thrown off a lot of players. You've really got to be very tactical about grenade usage these days, particularly because you've got to pull it out, then you get to throw it. Beforehand it was the old just flick it out from your belt, and that was just off it went. But it's really changed up some of the meta in terms of how these guys are able to take their fights.
Again. It puts fear into my enemy. Let's
It's
go.
like they're IKEA grenades. You have to put them together before you throw them. And another dog tag, another 2 points there. Easy 2 points right there.
But everything's
All right,
scored
swapping over to Sir Nobby here.
through the
The API.
script that they wrote. Yeah. So maybe it will. So if you want to pick up an extra tag, go for it. See if it works.
So Sir Nobby's just had a fight here that
I
we
don't
missed
think
while
I
we were
will stick
watching
around too long.
Red Star and Wild Koala go against each other. He took out Happy Feet Ninja with
Kinda happy
a
with
shot
Wild
to the
Koala.
head
Even though it's not
jaws. And looks like he's going to try and maybe capitalize on this. He's sitting right near this extract. He's just making sure he's clear. Maybe try and pick up any final points, and he might try and get out of this this labs raid with 12 and a half minutes left in raid and try and bank some points.
Splinter taking shots, maybe at a raider. Shake of the head.
Yep.
That looks very raider-like.
Definitely getting pushed on by raiders there in that in those
Nobby
dark
taking the
offices.
points.
I'm happy with that. We get some points on the board at least.
Get a lot of points. It's a very smart move because that's how you cash in those dog tag points and the loot points as well. And 3 points just for extracting. So there's quite a lot of points in that extract. Only 12 minutes left because these are 25-minute raids. They're not full-length raids. All of our raids tonight are just 25 minutes. So they really have to get a move on, especially on some of the bigger maps later on today.
And even if you're aware, if you heard a lot of those fights go on, you could probably make the assumption that a few players are down right now. This the first 5 minutes of this lab raid was very, very noisy. So if these guys, particularly Sonobi, if he'd heard any of those fights go on, he's put 2 and 2 together and he's thought, well, I've only got a few points, but I've heard a few people die pretty quickly. You're right. I think banking those points early on and just making sure you're getting something in this raid versus a 0 is really, really important.
Only 4 people left alive in this raid out of the 12 starters. And Marcus is moving through downstairs, seeing if there's any more raiders to farm.
Looks like he's going to take that
And
extract
maybe
there,
also
hitting that button.
Also smart.
All right, well, Splinter looks like he's dealt with all of these raiders up here now, so it's just time to probably continue looting, pick up as much stuff as they can from all of these raiders. Make sure you check those computers for those GPUs as well, and make sure there's not a sneaky raider still kicking around.
Of course, they don't have any key cards. They're on new accounts, and they don't have any key cards. They're all level 42. They have a bunch of cash, but they don't have key cards, so they've got to loot the open areas of this map, know where those loot spawns are.
Roger that.
Brobster managed to keep a low profile through all of this and is now out there looting some of the Met officers.
Well, that's it. He picked up that kill on AU Turtle earlier, but we haven't seen much of him since. He's definitely obviously been taking that time just to really play it slow, listen out, and make sure he picks up everything that he possibly can. As you said earlier, you know, survives us. They're super important here. You could strip away half your points that you've accrued just by not surviving. So any of our guys here being able to get those survives, very, very important. And chat, make sure you go and
Raiders
give...
are dead unless they spawn in.
Absolutely. And Chad, make sure you go and give our wonderful competitors a follow. Follows are free. The links will be up in the chat shortly. You can go through. If you like what you see here tonight, make sure you go and chuck them a follow, say hi, and get to know some of the amazing OCE content creators in the Tarkov space here on Twitch. All right, Splinter and Brobster close together now. Splinter using that grenade cover to push out of the dark offices and go and get another angle, moving completely away from this fight. Brobster pushing into the dark offices and unfortunately has just missed Splinter as he's run away off into the green room hallway here on the top level.
Splinter with a nade just to see if there's someone down there. Didn't hear anything back. And now thinking about leaving.
Brobster's still very convinced that somebody's up there, but unfortunately he's not aware that Splinter's now going completely underneath. Could be going for a wild flank here, could just be trying to completely remove themselves from this fight. You never know, and it's being a competitor in these tournaments, guys. It's very different to playing a regular raid on a regular night. This is really, really highly strung stuff. Our competitors are going to have a lot of things flowing through their minds, and it's very hard sometimes just to even focus on, just picking up basic loot when you're so intently focused on potentially what could be around the corner, potentially being dropped out of the raid if somebody was to get you cornered. So our guys are very, very focused, and it's really, really good to see.
While Koala and Splinter both downstairs. While Koala's doing a lap of honour, just checking every corner.
Got the tags.
And Splinter's not quite downstairs.
Perhaps we couldn't get extra loot. We'll get the points for surviving. Theoretically.
Well, Koala, head to this extract here. He's just gone through his mind. He's thinking about all the points he's accrued so far. Maybe trying to think, should I stay for some more? Should I just bank all this now? And I think at this point, it's a really, really good decision for him just to bank these. So,
Splinter with
some grenades coming down for Splinter, though. Yep.
I don't know how much I've
just for safety.
Money-wise.
All right.
Koala taking the elevator.
But I'm happy with that.
And just Splinter and one other player, I think, left.
All right, so far, all of our players have taken that
Brobster.
main elevator there to get out.
It's amazing.
Brobster looking to be the only competitor to use a different extract right here. But Brobster's very, very close to Splinter right now. They are in exactly the same hallway. Splinter's going to have heard that elevator happen there.
Cut the air with a knife right now.
Is Splinter even aware that there's someone down there? So Brobster would have heard the button get pulled. Splinter was the one who pulled the button. I think we're about to see a fight here.
Oh, not a clue, and Brobster gets the kill. Oh, brutal. With 5 minutes to go in the raid and a backpack full of goodies. And Brobster doesn't know he's the last one in the map. Oh, except a raider, of course. Why not get some extra points?
So long as he doesn't go down to a raider here, he's got a really good opportunity to spend the entire remaining time of this raid picking up those raider points, min-maxing on loot. He's still got to go and loot Splinter's body there as well. Hopefully Splinter's got a bit of loot for him to go and pick up. Has got the bag dumped in the corner down here, just starting to go through all this. And obviously he'll be getting points for any of those other dog tags that even from his other competitors' kills. If he extracts with those, he'll be getting additional points for those as well.
2 points a tag, that's a lot of points.
Don't rush, don't rush.
Robster throwing away anything that players brought in because only found in raid loot counts for the 70k per point.
There'll be another raider here somewhere, I think.
I'm glad he's still taking it nice and cautious here because there's every chance that there's still that raider just lurking in the dark in the corner, just waiting to get that instant headshot.
No.
Transferring to a found in raid rig for the extra cash.
And we can see here he's gone for the XRS on the old AK tube in the gamma container there, just to be able to maximize on being able to put all of those weapon attachments into that 1x1 slot. We've seen a few of our competitors use that method particularly for this this tournament so far, and in the other regions as well.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
It's heavy with loot now, look at that.
Sorry to whoever I ratted really hard. Oh, I didn't rat that hard. I heard stairs and all the things. Sorry, Splint.
No need to apologise in a competition.
Okay.
You know, and we had, was it Vanbro's last night? He was incredibly apologetic on one of the kills that he got as well. And again, chat, we've got the amazing opportunity to really see both points of view for these fights taking place. And, you know, often you'll run into fights and you'll think, oh, you know, they were ratting, they were there. And it's often not the case. You'll find that there was some sort of signal, some sort of indication that, you know, that there's another player there, that there's a reason for these guys just to hold tight for a second, wait, listen, be the more tactical player in this case. And we can see that that's worked really, really well for Brobster here.
I hope he's watching the time. He's got the timer covered with an inverted head.
Sure. Where's my R key? There it is.
Well, he's nice and close to an extract here, so I think we'll see Brobster completely loot up all of these things, prioritising obviously that found in raid stuff, and then get on out of this raid where our competitors will be preparing and getting ready for the next raid. So raid 2 of 5 for Group B of the Evasion OCE solos. A reminder, chat, our top 6 from tonight will join our top 6 from yesterday night, from last night, and they will go through to the finals tomorrow night. All right, Brobster banking the points there. Well done, mate.
Bringing home the points.
Go through and have a look at these points once they're all updated.
How much time was left?
What
All
a
right.
round, what an action-packed beginning to the competition.
Absolutely. Well, that first 5 minutes was just incredible, right? We lost 5 of our players in the first 5 minutes. We had a little lull during the middle of that raid there, and then obviously it really heated up in those last few minutes as well, with with a lot of those guys running into each other. And it all started happening when we saw these players would start picking off raiders. We had a lot of our competitors were just listening out, waiting for that noise to just jump into that fight. And with 5 of those competitors out early on in this raid, we can really see that represented in these scores. Toast, do you want to run us through them?
Well, Brobster came out absolutely on top with 22 points, followed closely by Wild Koala on 19 and Marcus NZ on 17. And they're very close together. And then not far behind, Sonobi on 9, Splinter on 5, and Ridstar on 3. Not many points for the other competitors who got killed really early on. But it can all change very quickly. I think last night the lead changed. Just about every map we went to, the lead changed. And those guys can all redeem themselves very easily as luck changes through the next few maps.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's really, we had a change for the Oceanic solos here, where the points were actually halved for the amount of points we had for labs. We like to always be making sure that we're making changes to these and improving upon our scoring and our rule sets even as we go through these tournaments across the different regions. And the decision was made to actually reduce some of those points available for loot on labs, just to try and even this up. And we saw that last night. A lot of our players, I think our top score last night was 20 points. And we got a 22 here tonight. But still, only 3 players actually getting into the double digits on this first labs map. You're right, Toast. I think this is really going to be anyone's tournament here tonight. And hopefully we'll see some pretty crazy stuff coming up into the next raid as well. We might run through those rules if you like for interchange.
Well, I did notice on the scoreboard that even though the points are reduced for looting, the top scoring player didn't have the top kills. Top scoring player had the most loot points. Brobster had 4 kills, but 11 loot points, which is pretty amazing. While Koala had more kills, but less in the loot. So yeah, looting matters still as much as killing. And we'll probably see that the same as we go shopping for a LAN party. So we're going to interchange this also for 25 minutes, short raid on our private server. All 12 competitors are going to spawn into interchange, and they need to go buy some computer parts because they're having a LAN party. Now, I'm old enough to remember LAN parties. You need all this stuff. There's 1 point for each of the parts, and you can get multiple, so CPUs, RAM, etc. Then 3 points for each bonus part, the rarer items like SSD drives, GPU, working LCD and flash drives. But of course, there's also points for kills, 1 per scav, 1 per PMC, 2 more if you can get the dog tag and extract with it, and you only get those points for the parts if you extract with those parts. Plus you get an extra 3 points just for extracting. You can have any loadout you like, but you can't have a Reaper, a Fleur, or a T7.
Absolutely, and it's really, really critical what you've said there. This is a massive change for our going to these private servers that BSG have been able to set up for us. We've made some changes to the way our tournaments work, and a part of that is, we used to have historically where, putting any of these parts into your container, even if you died, it would mean that you would still be able to maintain and get some points for those. But this time around, we've really got an emphasis on survival. So, just picking up a few items and then going crazy and trying to get a bunch of kills and putting yourself in some risky situations is not the play. You can almost completely strip away most of the points you've just accrued in that raid up until this point. So our guys are going to be really, really focused on trying to survive and get out. Now, interchange, we saw a lot of our players opting to actually drop the bag or forgo the bag and take the bagless extract. I think we had more than 3 players there go through specifically that extract last night. But interchange is an interesting place. You've got extracts on either side of the map. Obviously, we've got railway over on one end. On the opposite end, we've got the Emicom extract as well, sending our players towards the end of the raid in 2 opposite directions. Obviously, we've got that small bagless extract as well. And because our guys don't have access to an 11 SR card, there'll be no Killer extract here, unfortunately, unless they do happen to run into Killer, at which point it might be the extract, but maybe not the extract thereafter to secure those points. So it's going to be a really, really interesting competition here tonight. I know we've got a few interchange mains in our list of competitors. I know for a fact that Afraid will be very, very happy to jump in on this one, but a lot of other competitors as well. Interchange is definitely a strong map for them, so it's going to be interesting to see how our guys go. All right, our competitors all just getting ready, just loading up into Raid at the moment. Obviously, with the benefit of these private servers, our guys can all load in together, which is an amazing thing. We had a lot of troubles in the past on the private servers, on the public servers, trying to get people. We had to load all of our competitors in. We had to make sure that people weren't getting rushed off spawn, and it was this whole thing. But it's amazing. BSG have provided us with these private servers, and ultimately one of the best, fairest tournament experiences we can possibly offer at this point in time. So we're just getting all those guys in. They'll all load in together, all in completely different spawns. And I think, Toast, for us in the OCE region, we're obviously a smaller region. We don't have as many players. We have a really busy time during wipe week and the few weeks thereafter. But later on in the wipe, it does start to slow down a little bit. So we get a few less players on our servers. Still quite busy at times, but I can't think of any time in the past month that I would have had 12 PMCs load in together on Interchange, for example. So this is, I hope our guys have got their wits about them. They're ready. They're checking all the angles, and I hope they've brushed up on that spawn knowledge because, as we saw with labs, very, very important.
Well, and being a smaller community, we all know each other. These guys have all played against each other, all played with each other. There's a camaraderie being a smaller community. The Australians, the Kiwis, and other people from the region all playing together. There's a sort of a code of conduct that's very amenable, and everyone's very friendly, even though everyone's also very competitive. But yes, having 12 solo players load into Interchange at the same time is going to be interesting because a lot of these spawns are very close together. If you're over on the train side, there's some very close together spawns, and as well as around Emicom. So expect some PvP action right off the bat. That's what we've seen in the past on this map.
Absolutely, and I think we're going to be jumping into it very, very shortly. Leading off in this raid, we have Brobster getting the spawn just at Emicom. Now, he's quickly prioritizing getting up onto these boxes here, and he really just wants to be having a look straight out towards the Emicom extract there, knowing that another player could potentially spawn out there. It looks like he's seen him.
They are.
And unfortunately,
it
looks like he's just taken out AU Turtle.
Brutal. That's a tough one for Turtle.
And that wasn't
and
the
I
player
think there was a second
right
player
over the
out
back
there.
here, though. There is, yeah.
And they've heard this action, of course. That's Splinter. Splinter's right
he's
down
obviously
the back
heard
at
that
the
noise
fence
happen
line,
now.
boldly
and he's just
sprinting up
spotted.
through the trench. Oh, that trench might not be enough cover. Broston knows exactly where Splinter is.
This is a really tough position to get caught in because you don't have a lot of options to exit this position unless you just sit around. You can get, like, if Splinter was able to really spot him and then maybe be able to just do a quick peek and get a nice shot off, he's out of there. He's safe. But if that can't happen, it's really tough to get out of this position, especially when somebody's got that high ground on you.
If I was Splinter, I'd just go hide in a bush for 10 minutes, but I don't think that's going to happen. Now, what's Koala up to? Koala's been throwing smokes.
He's actually not. He's right at the same end as Brobster here. So we've got Splinter on the low ground there, out in the fields, trying to find a way out of this situation. Brobster looking down onto Splinter, and then I think we may, if Wild Koala turns around here, he might have actually been able to get that position. But he looks like he's thrown some smokes on those entrances, and he's actually backed away from this completely. This could have been a really intense fight there. But he's just pulled right away, so it's leaving just Brobster and Splinter to fight this one out. And I don't think we're going to see one of these. I don't think we're going to see both of these players walk away alive from this encounter right now.
Splinter still has no idea where the adversary is.
There they are.
Oh, and he's just been spotted, unfortunately. Brobster's found him there, running through the back of those containers. There was nearly a chance there that Splinter got away while some of those mags were getting filled up, and I just think that opportunity might have been lost now.
That looks pretty well thrown.
Absolutely. Well, while those guys are fighting it out there, we've just jumped over to Wild Koala, who looks like he's taking this secret stairs. He's obviously gone back through the back of Goshen. He's at the secret stairs here. There's a bunch of computers down here in this room. So it looks like he might have been picking up some parts from there.
Parts.
Absolutely.
We'd like to see some looting. Ridstar. Is that the same stairs?
And a GPU.
Hello. 3
GPUs
points right there if you can get out with it.
Yeah, you can. It won't.
Absolutely. Ridstar right across the way.
Exactly what I said.
He's in the market for a GPU.
There we go. Heard the noise.
And might be
pushing
hearing
out.
his
Obviously heard that
footsteps.
door open.
Oh, hello. Good night. Wow, that was the swinger's advantage. And Ridstar going down to Wild Koala with the big push there. A GPU and a dog tag. Sad to see Ridstar go out like that. No point looting that gear, but anything you're going to throw yourself, grab it right now. I can hear a scav in the background there with the point.
I'm at that office.
All right, Marcus.
Marcus up at idea and Afraid in the same store,
Idea
different
Goshen.
department.
Yeah, Goshen offices. That's probably be where they went next.
Now, Afraid's a big fan of interchange. He knows a lot of these angles here.
Oh, there you go.
With the quick peeks around that wall. It sounds like Marcus might be pushing up behind him here from within the idea display section.
I don't know if Marcus knows he's here. Oh. Oh!
A little bit of
Afraid
delay sync
lost
there,
out.
but we've
had the
just seen
advantage,
Afraid go
but
down.
wasn't able to deliver. And Marcus, with a much lower recoil and really accurate shots there, managed to come out victorious.
Fuck me up.
You know, and we put a poll up in chat last night where we were talking about the different weapon types, and I know SMG wasn't a preference for some people, but we can really see the SMGs have their place in these competitions, especially for maps with like interchange. You know, he was able to just very quickly get those shots off, and the first shot with the MP7 bounces incredibly. The following shots, they just dial in, and the thing becomes a laser, especially over that distance there. So, unfortunate for Afraid, he is out for interchange. And moving over to Chad Radicus. Looks like he's at the escalators, so he's very close to where this fight happened before with Ridstar and Wild Koala. Is actually just down that hallway in front of him there that he's looking at. Behind him, he's got up the escalator. He's got Tech Light. Oh, no, sorry. He's at the other end. He's at Trend. So he's heard the fight right now happen. He's heard the fight right now happen between Afraid and Marcus NZ.
Tiptoed up the escalator. He's moving out of
he's
the
having
area,
none of
though.
that.
Might be heading up towards Tech Light, try and get some shopping done.
Not a bad idea, and you know, there's a lot of strategies our guys have had here. We've had a few people that have prioritised going and getting the loot early, but you run the risk of not clearing the map of the P's and then getting taken out by a PMC.
Oh, Robster taking shots and has a bleed.
It looks like he's a little bit hurt here.
Is it Sonobi they're fighting with? It's hard to tell if it's delayed. Yes, definitely. Both
Yep.
surviving
Sonobi
round
here.
one.
Yep, Sonobi here not having done a pre-med, so you can see his leg's been taken out. He's finding it hard to get those side steps in. And it looks like Brobster's just moved back away from this. Maybe Sonobi's got an opportunity to paint up and get pushing back into this fight.
Yeah, he's got a broken leg, but that's not going to stop him.
We had a lot of comments
And
from
that's what
some of the people. Sorry, yeah, we had a lot of
So
comments
just
from some
seeing
of the
a
people who were
longer,
watching this
drawn-out
last night.
fight. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Those longer drawn-out fights have been incredible for OCE, right? Like a lot of NAEU, we saw really, really shift W gameplay, but I don't think I've ever seen some of the fights as long as we've seen in these OCE solos. They've been incredible so far. It makes me really excited for finals.
Yeah, the tension just lasts and lasts. I don't think anyone will care about that airdrop. Not too many PC parts in there than those usually. But it can be cover for movement. A really good way to change position while that plane is going overhead. A lot of work in these back offices of Ollie and Idea. These look like the Idea offices. So the Ollie offices. And another fight going on. Koala taking Marcus out decisively.
Wow. Very impressed to see what happened there.
Marcus. GG, Marcus.
2 dog tags and quite a few computer parts. There's CPUs, PCBs, hard drives. The onesie in Victoria's one more time.
Wins again, mate.
I don't think the phone is worth points, but most of those computer parts are worth points. DVD, power supply. He's doing really well for his LAN party. And the dog tag count, if he can get out with these things alive. Do you leave now? Do you bank these points?
I mean, this is a few PC parts there. He's got, 3 tags on. He's got a couple of his own kills under his under his belt there. Like it could be a good opportunity to get out early. But we're gonna have to see if this lucky hat the Wild Koala is wearing is going to bring him the luck and find his way out for a successful extract, or maybe we just take the luck with the hat and we just push really, really hard and see this out to the final moments. So a lot more, I think, we can expect from Wild Koala here.
Not even halfway through the time of the raid. 15 minutes to go. Happy hasn't even been into the mall yet. It's just been looting stashes.
Stashes, picking off scavs. There's still a bunch of PC parts and stuff that you can find in these stashes. I don't know what a CPU is doing out in a barrel buried between some rocks in the middle of out by an interchange car park, but it's definitely the case. There's also the opportunity to pick up a lot of these scavs, and if most of the players have been running inside, Happy Feet's going to be able to hear all of these guys inside the mall. Maybe this is the way I played it. You can just go outside, you can pick off all of those scavs point by point. It's a really measured way of playing it, but it means you'll always be rotating in the direction of an extract as well, right? So very, very good opportunity to safely collect some points, bank them, and go hard on the next raid. So Nobby also
makes sense to hang out
here as well.
Sorry, it might make sense to hang out near the no backpack extract, because that was very popular last night. And there's no shame in being an extract camper in a competition.
It is
Absolutely.
not goblin pizza. It is the best skill that I did practice. No, but it doesn't matter because you don't have card, right? So I don't think so that it is the extract that we are gonna try to go to.
All right, and chat, just know as well, you guys can keep an eye on these scores live happening as
Keep waiting
they're
for me.
updated in-game as we're watching it. Make sure you guys go and check out those scores as well. We've also got the rules there, so exclamation solo rules and exclamation scores there. So escapefromtarkov.com/evasion will give you those scores. Make sure you use the drop down to select Group B, and you'll also be able to see the Group A results from last night as well.
And I'm like just a girl on the shopping spree, alright? We did get a flash drive and GPU.
All right, good to see Splinter, who obviously got away from that fight fairly unscathed out on the ramp there with Brobster to before. It's good to see he's actually made it into the mall this time. Hopefully to pick up a little bit of shopping. Some of these land parts, maybe a few kills as well.
I think Sonobi nearby.
Yeah, not too far. So Nobby up at Emicom and Splinter up the other end, but if these guys are very lucky or unlucky, they will end up running into each other if they take the right pathing here.
They may have heard some footsteps here.
Yep, something happening upstairs on bay window. It's drawn both of their attention, and they're starting to move in that same direction here. About to break line of, or about to have line of sight with each other.
Oh, wow, that happened fast.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, Splinter taken out, unfortunately, by Sir Nobby there, who just had the right angle.
I think they just
Juicen just
ran
upstairs.
into each other so quickly.
He has. Juicen's heard all this happen. He can see the dead body.
Oh,
and he spotted him.
Oh, no. So Nobby is a sitting duck right now. Gets taken out.
Unfortunate.
The classic third party from upstairs.
Definitely. And I think Juicen's got to be happy with that, right? Like, you'll go down there, you've got a couple of players, get those tags, and take the opportunity to replenish any of those throwables and things like that if those guys have got any. But we're hoping that maybe those two other players have picked up, you know. Did Sonobi and Splinter pick up a lot of loot down there? He might not have to have done any shopping himself. It might just be go down and pick up two full bags worth and get out himself.
Great shots there, Juicen. Who was that?
Just a scav sitting in the old
made enough noise already.
pillion there.
Might as well.
I wonder if anyone's looted Tech Light yet. Koala extracting, banking those points. Pretty smart move. Under 10 minutes to go, and such a lot in that backpack.
He's got to be really, really happy with himself there. And you hit the nail on the head, Toast. Under 10 minutes to go. We spoke about the lack of, this isn't a map with 5 or 6 different extracts for our competitors. They really only have 3 choices to get out of this map. Only 2 choices if they want to actually maintain any of that loot. So there's a really good chance that with 10 minutes, anything under 10 minutes, the minute that timer comes up and it's red, I'd start to panic. I'd want to be getting close to extract and making sure that I had a way out. But often you'll find that a lot of these guys will have that same idea as well. And you really don't want to have had a raid like Wild Koala's had and be leaving it down to the last few minutes, trying to get out and run into another player at extract. And we've seen it happen before. So congratulations to Wild Koala getting out there with a bunch of kills, a bunch of tags, and a little bit of loot as well.
I wonder if...
We saw Juicen going through Tech Light there. It was like Woolworths during the lockdown trying to get toilet paper. There's nothing on the shelves. But meanwhile, downstairs at Techo, still plenty of tech items on the shelves. And Chad Radicus picking up some potential points there.
All right, Juicen hasn't gone down to these bodies yet. He's just taken a look.
He's just got a stash of dog tags down there, but want to get the timing right for going down there.
Well, I mean, he got that kill by being the observant third party. You really just want to make sure it's clear before you go down, attempt to loot, and be fourth party potentially in this situation as well. So
give it a listen for a sec.
He's listening out. He's thinking, where would I camp these bodies if I was camping these bodies? And he's checking all those spots very wisely.
All right, Brobster doing the
5
old
people still alive
clean
in
out of
this
the
map.
PCs.
Come up this hallway and I'll swipe pick you. Or run away.
What's Chad Radicus up to here? Has he heard something? There's no computer parts here.
OG subspecies very, very close here at the moment.
Perhaps just protecting that corner, moving position.
Yeah, gotta remember how to get to fucking. This man's running the MCOM.
Robson's heading out, but oh, 2 at the same time, and the same place,
looks like...
and the wrong place to be. Robster getting the kill on subspecies.
Absolutely. So we might get another look from the other angle here. So that was Brobster taking out OG subspecies. We do try our best to keep these streams in sync, but, you know, Australian and New Zealand internet, guys, it just is what it is sometimes. So very unfortunate for OG subspecies there.
Robster still trying to put the dog tags in the pouch, but they will not go in the pouch on our server.
You know, old habits with that one.
Oh, they're very close together as well. Chad may have heard that fight, deciding whether to get involved or bank the points.
I'd be
Happy
very
Feet might be
surprised
heading
if
for
he
the
didn't
same
hear that
extract
fight.
as well. Oh, everyone's heading to Emicom.
This way.
This is what we were talking about earlier. You know,
look at those
while it got
Tetrises.
out at the right time.
I don't think Tetris is even on the list, but it's a tech item, but it's not worth any points today.
No, that's power. I'm gonna have to just go. I'm gonna have to mish straight through, I think.
And everything seems to be converging on the Emicom extract in these last final
I'm gonna
minutes,
be pushing
5
for
minutes.
time.
Chad Radicus right at the
Chad's gonna
extract
make
here.
it.
That there's no players left.
Yep.
I can get to where I need to get to.
Well, I won't say
And
he's out till
Chad's
he's
gonna
out
be
because anything can happen to
able-
these extracts.
Yes. Oh, you never know.
All right, so he's out.
Oh, that same door we've seen everyone else go through.
Robster's still picking up a few of these parts. He's getting quite full now. I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to start heading towards an extract pretty soon. You do not want to leave yourself with only like seconds to get to extract because you run the risk of going MIA, and especially you're going to need time potentially to take on any fights that might happen. So really important to get nice and close to extract with enough time.
Now, is Juice heading for Emicom or to no backpack? It looks like Emicom.
Say that again, sorry.
No, we've got no backpack down here. We see 3 SSDs
Yes.
Through the bottom.
in the prison pouch, so there's a potential he could just prioritize taking those bonus points and getting out there. He only had a small bag anyway.
Good move.
Are you serious that I'm gonna be trapped by scabs? I just
Shots
I just
on Happy
decided
Feet
to
Ninja
leave
from
them
some scabs
alone.
here.
Now I'm gonna
Oh, Juice and shooting scabs. And spooking Happy Feet, who's right by the extract.
Okay.
Happy Feet looks like they will just be able to slip away. Juicing completely unaware there's somebody down. Well, actually, probably aware there's someone down at the extract. That scab was absolutely aimed in on the extract.
Yes. Juicin wants that extra point for the scav kill.
All right, 3 minutes left in raid.
surprised I haven't killed that other scav yet.
Robster looks like he's heading out towards Railway here, so that might have been his extract based on where he spawned in. Juson's still hanging out very, very close, trying to pick up some points next to this bagless extract, so I think we'll see him probably send it out that way,
This is the big one.
with Robster heading over towards Railway now.
And with 2.5 minutes, it's a bit of a hike out to that Railway extract.
Absolutely.
Juicin taking the no backpack extract and banking those points. A lot of survives this time. Well, not that many
massive
survives,
amount of
but half
survives,
them
yeah.
survived. Yeah.
Oh, still more than some of the raids we've had, certainly. I think if you've got a 50% competitor survival rate on a map, I think that can be quite large, especially, once again, when you've got 12 players in here.
My shit.
All right, Brobster, final one in the raid. At least he's not aware, but at least we know he's not going to run into anyone at the way to extract, so he should be able to get out here nice and well. All right, well, an exciting raid for these guys here tonight on Interchange. Very, very impressed.
I'm expecting some high point counts, I think, on this.
This is why we go fucking deep in the raids. This is why we do it.
There we go. Brobster just making mention that we spend a bit of time in raid. This is why we stay here the long haul, and it looks like it's really paid off for him here. So well done to Brobster, and well done to everyone else who got kills and survived. That is definitely huge, Brobster. Well done. So we're just having a look at these scores down here now. Okay, interesting. We've seen a few guys being able to pick up some points here. It's certainly shaping up tonight. Toast, do you want to run us through these scores?
Well, Brobster had 2 great raids in a row and maintains the #1 spot with 47 points, which is pretty fantastic. But still right in touch is Wild Koala with 42 points. And he maintains his 2nd spot. So they both had 2 good raids in a row, which is pretty well done. Juicin coming up to taking the 3rd spot from Marcus with 28 points. Marcus dropping down to #4 with 19 points as he got killed a bit earlier on in the raid. But Happy Feet Ninja with 14 and Sonobi with 12. And even Chad Radicus with 11 are all in touch. And the other players not having as much luck this raid. That can change again. But at least many of them have some points on the board and can it's all up from there. But 47, 42, very close. Then a bit of a jump back to 28. And you see that having 2 good raids in a row is really helped the top 2 place getters. But they could get killed as soon as they go into the 3rd match, and that can change everything around. And we've seen that happen
absolutely
again and again in Evasion.
Absolutely, and you only need to be in the top 6 here tonight to get through to the final tomorrow, to get into that opportunity of winning that money. So it's when we're talking Turtles on 0 in 12th place at the moment, it's only going to take 13 points in the next raid to get into qualifying into our finals tomorrow night. So it's very, very close. And these PMCs tonight, our competitors have done an amazing job collecting their parts for their LAN party. And chat, if you need to collect some parts for your next LAN party, make sure you go and check out our sponsor, Stints Built. We're going to play a little commercial from these guys now, but we're very, very lucky to have these guys on board supporting everything we do here at Evasion, because frames win games. So next time you need to get any parts or get a new PC built, make sure you go and check out Stints Built. All right, amazing. Well, make sure you go and check them out, guys. We might start having a look over the next rule set for our next raid of the night, and we'll see what's going to happen with these PMCs on the Moonshine Shooting on Shoreline. Toast, take us away with the rule set for tonight.
We are shooting moonshine on Shoreline. So another 25-minute raid on Shoreline. All 12 competitors are going to spawn in and they are going to start looting stashes. Now, a lot of these players are great PvP players, but how many stashes do they know on Shoreline? Jaeger has hidden moonshine in every single stash on this map, and boy are there a lot of stashes on this map, all hidden in bushes and trees, under rocks, you name it, there's moonshine there. Each moonshine that they get to extract with is worth 3 points. And also, they have the option of drinking the moonshine, and the moonshine on our special version of Tarkov that we're running tonight has special beneficial properties for the PMC, so it may actually be worth drinking one rather than taking out the 3 points, especially since, as we saw yesterday, some people went MIA, didn't even make it to extract on some of their matches, so there could be some help there. As before, there's 1 point for every scav kill, 1 point for every PMC kill, another 2 points if you can get a dog tag out, and the extract itself is worth 3 points. Any loadout they like, as long as it's not a Reaper, a Fleur, or a T7. So there is moonshine everywhere and PvP everywhere. And as before, when you have 12 solo players spawning into Shoreline all at the same time, some of these spawns are very close together. Especially on the eastern side of the map, the radio tower side of the map, a lot of those spawns are very close together, a lot of wide open spaces, and a lot of people will be very near each other when they spawn. So again, expect some PvP long before anyone starts looting stashes and picking up moonshines.
Absolutely, and I mean, you know, last night on this map, we actually saw Toadstyles practically didn't even leave that bottom right-hand corner of the map. Took his way out to extract to go to pier, but there was enough player action there. There's enough stashes in that area that I don't think he even got a glimpse of Resort off in the distance. So it's definitely going to be a spicy raid. If we do not have some spicy fights early on, I'm going to be very, very surprised with how close some of these extracts are. I do hope our players have brushed up on their stash knowledge on Shoreline. I know my knowledge personally is not great, and I'm always surprised. I'll be playing with some people and they'll be like, oh, I'm just going to go and check this stash over here, and it's like, wait, there's another stash there as well. So if these guys are brushed up on the knowledge, I think they're going to find more moonshine that they'll even be able to fit in their bags.
They'll have to drink it. And some of these stashes are in very exposed spots as well. The stashes in the swamp are very exposed. Some of the stashes out near, radio tower comms area are very exposed, or in little bushes, but a lot of field around them. So there's going to be trouble picking up these moonshines as well, and a lot of sniping can happen. It's a big sniping map, and it's not going to be a resort festival. They're not all sprinting into resort. They're not all going to marked rooms. They're not all going to West 301 or wherever they're used to sprinting to. There's going to be a very different Shoreline match for most of these players.
Absolutely, and it's, I think this is my favorite way to play Shoreline. I'm not a fan of the resort. I don't do well in there. Too many dark corners, too many people waiting to jump up. I'm definitely much happier going and doing a quiet little stash run on Shoreline, around the outside, long lines of visibility, a little bit of that sniping match. And you made a really good mention, Toast. Obviously, down in that swamp area, we saw a lot of action in that swamp area tonight. And again, early on in the raid, people are they're spawning very close by there. They're prioritized going to those stashes that they know of. It's going to be hectic. So we know our guys are getting all loaded into raid right now. They've gone and picked some new loadouts. They've all filed into the queue, and we're about to hit the start button. So we're going to join Afraid right now up on the screen. And here we go. We're into it. 25 minutes remaining on the clock.
We've got I'm not going to get the stash over there. That's fine. like streams when you
Making
redline all the
decisions
previous
to
stream
move
books. Sadly,
tactically
no.
rather than
I
hit
feel like
stashes.
I should have done that.
Ah, yes, he's spawned right near the pier, so he has a good outlook back towards a
Like
lot of
blue
other
fence.
spawns.
He's gonna shoot me. I just don't like. I don't even know what to do with that spawn, in all honesty, and I don't want to hide in a bush.
What's wrong with hiding in a bush,
Yeah, let's
Afraid?
go back here. I'll see if I can fight someone at gas station, because I'm actually really concerned we're gonna burn my house down right now.
Juicin moving up towards the pier area, so Afraid may have some company soon. Although Afraid moving away from Juicin
this
at the
stamina,
moment.
really?
It really depends if Juicin hears something or not, and Juicin already has a
Pressure me into
moonshine
doing
on
an
board.
ASMR reading stream. You know what? I probably would. I think that'd be fun. But my mouth is like really dry. In fact, I'm like, I need to get a drink, but I also don't want to hide in a bush.
I would get in that bush immediately if it were me.
Noise in the bushes.
Just see who's around you. You never know. Some of these spawns are very close together. Some players are going to be very close to you, such as Juicin, moving in his direction, and Juicin has eagle eyes looking out for other players. And Afraid very twitchy right now, making a lot of noise on dirt and rocks, exposing
I don't even know
himself
where
on
to go
high
on this map. I'm
ground,
just gonna try and
trying to
fight.
peek out, see who's around. Koala at the center of the map. Oh, looking at
It's a sad day for you if you
bus
go for
station.
that.
He thinks a player might be going for the stash at the bus station, and he may have a lucky nade there. Or at least a scav kill, which is still worth point. And if it is clear, he
Scav
can
will
go
guarantee
loot that
us
stash
more on it.
himself.
Am I really that drunk? Was that a scav? No, not like this. The world is
Right,
watching.
Afraid
1
sounds
point
like
for each
he's.
scav.
Afraid might have heard
Oh, no,
some of
I
this
saw
noise
this
up here. It
happen
looks like
already.
he's heading up to this area as well.
Not today, buddy.
While Koala's
I
making
saw that
quite a
happen
racket.
already.
That scav
Afraid
sitting in
moving
that
up
dark
that wall
corner there
right towards... Oh, is the worst.
gets me every time. Every time. I think every encounter I either die or I need to go and stitch my entire life back together.
Right, Afraid knows there's action there and just looking for movement.
Right, Koala just picking up his first moonshine. Spots Afraid by the look. Starts taking
Spots
shots.
Afraid. Oh, Afraid comes away the winner. Koala can't believe it. And neither can
Visibly
we,
upset about
Koala.
that one.
He was in position number 2. He could drop down the leaderboard going out that early.
Unfortunate for him. But I mean, look, even maintaining an early lead in this might still keep you in. You know, we saw Cringe_OCE last night. Found his way to the top of the leaderboard very, very early on and died early in the last 3 raids and still managed to qualify through to the finals. So, Afraid just in the open packing this mag. So Afraid is one of the Australian emissaries. So he works with the Battlestate Games team, bringing you guys, the community, information on the game, feedback back and forth. He's also one of our Sherpa coordinators as well. So works with the Sherpa team on recruiting new Sherpas for regions all across the world. And obviously, you know, maintaining those Sherpa guys and get them to help all new players. So make sure you check out the Sherpa program, guys. If you're a new player to Tarkov, you're looking for someone to help you.
That's right, you can't put it
They're
in
the
there.
guys to go and see.
Splinter sees something. If you see something, throw something. Is Juicin on the other side of the same hill?
I think he might be. Yep.
Oh, they look like some pretty good shots from Splinter.
Definitely.
Juicing
The
going
aggressive
much more
push from
point
Splinter
fire.
there. Point fire. Yep. And takes him
there it
down.
is.
So Juicin is out of this raid now.
And a moonshine changes hands.
Basically.
Absolutely.
The swamps will be... Yeah. If you go there, it's like...
That's so
Is
happy.
this like the runner passed me already, or did he like...
Happy,
So Happy Feet
hears
Ninja's
something.
heard something very close. Yeah.
A little bit at least.
In the
Not
village.
sure even where are the shortcuts for here. So we are discovering.
Oh, surprise player around the corner. Excellent return fire from Happy Feet Ninja. Manages to land the point fire headshot, taking down Ridstar by the looks with a classic head eyes shot. Well done to Happy Feet Ninja on that fight there.
Wow. Good ears. Turtle may be nearby. Looks
He's
like
definitely looking in that
Turtle is
direction,
between
yeah.
Swamp and Village, yeah.
A turtle again.
He definitely would have heard that noise there, so just holding that angle.
Let's see what Turtle can see, and let's see what Turtle can hear. We're whispering.
Chad, I think we're whispering because it's a very intense moment right now.
Whoever just got that kill knows I'm here. But I don't know where they are. Because they have gone completely quiet after that kill. And I heard wood before.
Which is fair, Turtle. There was a bit of carnage there, mate. Let Happy Feet put themselves back together.
Or a bit further down. Now I'm hoping he's a bit further down and I get that sight on him as he comes towards me.
Neither party wants to move here. Happy Feet not in any hurry. Oh, Happy... Look, there's a bush right by Rid's body, which will make it much easier to loot.
I don't want to sit in a bush for too long, but I know there's a guy creeping on me. It's really hard. Oh, here you go.
You know, I think this is one of the greatest things about Tarkov and watching Tarkov streams, Toast, is just when these intense fights happen, you know, streamers that just, they really talk about every little thought that's going through their head. It's incredible to see.
I don't want to be Happy Feet Ninja right now.
Nice clean shots from Turtle there, and using that information and holding that position has certainly paid off.
We're getting a replay in the corner there. Oh,
I don't want to know who it is. Don't say who I killed or anything, guys. Just remember that. A huge no-no.
And good reminder from Turtle there, guys. If you're watching any of these streamers, please make sure you go and chuck them a follow. Follows are free. But if you are in their chats, you know, this is a really fair competitive environment, so please make sure that you're not doing any metagaming or anything like that. Don't let our streamers know who they've killed, because it's... have a chat to them about it after the raid, for sure. But, yeah, while they're still in active gameplay, please don't share any information with them.
I'm sure Turtle will be over there looting, and we'll find out soon enough. But meanwhile, we're going to check out
what are you doing?
where Afraid is up to.
Oh, and I'm out of stamina. Of course I'm fucking out of stamina.
A lot of self-doubt.
No, he's a very well-rounded player, Afraid. It's what we're finding with our competitors tonight, guys. We do have all of our players loading in on these private servers. We're given accounts with the exact same stats, and Afraid is currently a Kappa gamer with max strength and max endurance. So it's like early on in wipe toast, you know, when the accounts first wipe and everybody goes back to that level 1 strength and endurance, you feel like you just cannot sprint even 10 meters, you know.
Where is Marcus? We're seeing power poles in both pictures. I believe they've got level 25 strength and endurance, level 15 everything else, which would just feel like walking through gravy for these guys.
Absolutely.
Probably rotated down towards
Does
gas.
Marcus see somebody through those trees?
Hard cover, let's
He's
go.
pretty convinced.
Afraid seems to have a bit of an idea. Someone's on that hill.
You know what? I kind of want the MDRs for the next matches. I reckon the stash under Drunk Tank's going to be hit, but that's okay. Oh, let's just go check it. I don't want the MDRs.
You got to commit here, Afraid. Hesitation for any player in Tarkov can absolutely leave you caught high and dry. So looks like he's going to push for it in the end anyway.
Standing in the open.
I'd be hitting that stash. I would not assume it's been hit already. Heading for the underneath the Drunk Tank stash. One of my favourites. Marcus moving up. He may hear this.
There's someone in that bush.
There's plenty more bushes.
All right, Marcus doing the slow creep up, Afraid looking behind him, but unaware as he loots the stash that Marcus is pushing up, and obviously Marcus has taken that shot right as he's looting the stash.
Wow. The timing of Marcus on that one.
Unfortunate for Afraid there, and you know, it looks like Afraid felt like there was something there, but you know, he just decided to push ahead and loot that stash anyway. Splinter getting out at the pier, doing the old snake wiggle to make sure no shots on.
So brave going to the pier extract, and it pays off. It's up again.
This is such a long extract, and I think.
Oh yeah, and if it's not up, you got the walk of shame back again.
Just being caught out in the open there, and you know, I've even had times where I've been able to just make it there, and it is open, but still just shots raining down from every angle for people that have been holding that position. It's really clenching stuff.
Robster heading for the swamp. That is a brave set of stashes to loot if he goes for any of the stashes in the swamp.
Most definitely, and just getting caught in that swamp water right now.
Oh, the worst.
So Snobby's looking, where's he? He's up at Radio Tower. He's looking towards the weather station there by the looks. He's found another moonshine in the stash. I haven't seen any of our competitors drink any of the moonshine yet tonight.
I haven't even seen anyone double click and look at the properties. I want to know what it does.
No.
Oh, look at that. Right, that stash has been hit. At least he's looting now.
So you got the one in Yellow House, then you got the 2 silos, and you got
the chance, man. I've had the opportunity, and I just keep blowing it.
All right, OG subspecies now over at the construction by the cottages.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a stash in the corner there at the blue fence.
which looks like it's been looted already.
Chad has 3 on board and has just been in a fight recently.
Chad Radicus here, hiding in a bush in the webcam view, doing a little snip snip.
I'm gonna go find a new angle on this guy, try and get out.
Is that swamp?
All right.
Oh, village.
No, that was near the cottages there. So
Yep.
we got OG
Halfway.
OG subspecies is pushing up north out of there. Very much in the open here at the second.
Looks like
Robster hitting some of these
dumped things
stashes
there.
again, nice and close in the open as well.
Yeah, well, that one must have been a bump.
And finding stashes that have already been hit. Only
Yep.
8 minutes left in the raid. Oh, don't
We've got both
run
of these
across
players
Suicide
looking
Field.
at. Yep, both players here at the moment. Shots on
It's
from
called
OG.
Suicide Field for a reason. And he goes down.
It's always going to happen. That's all right, he
Subspecies gets
gets
the
points.
kill.
Got him.
Well done to OG subspecies there, getting the kill on a Brobster. That takes our previous point leader out of contention for this raid. So a good opportunity for some of our players that were lower down in the points to try and get up that leaderboard.
And again, discovering you can't put a dog tag in your gamma.
You know, if I was playing this tournament right now, Toast, and my battle mod was in my ear telling me every time, you can't put the tags in your gamma, you can't put the tags in your gamma, I think just force of habit, I would continue doing it every time. You know, thousands and thousands of raids, multiple wipes, putting tags in that one position. I think that'd be such a hard thing to break. Chad Radicus heading down to path to Lighthouse right now. Looks like he might be trying to take this extract out. And bank some of those points and get ready for the next raid. So OG subspecies has done the looting. He's still looking around. So we've got 4 players remaining on shoreline.
And with
7 minutes left in raid.
Road to Lighthouse is such a popular extract. I wonder if we're going to see more than one player trying to take it at the same time.
Absolutely. Well, and it's a guaranteed extract, right? So it's wherever you spawn in, you can always plan a rotation all the way around to there. So
I'll be looking for scab points out at the pier. I don't know if there are any scabs out there though. And road scabs, late in raid, you can get road scabs out here.
absolutely up towards that construction area there.
Take the fight or just dip. Get 6 points on the board.
Oh, of course there is a stash along that blue wall and a pile of tyres. Turtle hanging out at that swamp.
Jesus.
Under fire, it sounds like.
That could have been Ricochet though, yeah?
I think probably shrapnel.
So we can hear a lot of this fight here happening in the background. Turtle really just pushing for that third party, potentially.
Seconds time, guys.
Preppy in the background. One of the Evasion battle mods who's joined us from NA early in the morning. Chat, we're massive fans of our battle mods. They are honestly the lifeblood of Evasion. They're the reason we're able to do what we can do. And they're there to keep our competitors cool, calm, and collected during tournaments like this, because really, every thought that you could put together, and it doesn't happen, guys. It's all too much during a tournament. So having a battle mod there to keep you focused on the rules, on what you need to be trying to get and all that sort of stuff, it is absolutely incredible, and we cannot be more thankful for our battle mods. If you are interested in becoming an Evasion battle mod, please make sure you join our Discord. We are currently on the lookout for bilingual battle mods as well, always looking to expand the Evasion team. But even if you just want to go and ask what it's about, have a chat to some of our battle mods. They're really, really knowledgeable people. And we've actually got 2 of our battle mods competing tonight, Cringe_OCE and Afraid, both battle mods who have opted not to do battle modded duties this weekend and get involved in some of the tournaments they've been busy battle modding for.
And that'll just make them better battle mods as well, having the experience of being in a competition.
Been hit. Jeez, it's been hit. Fuck, that's scary. Do not bang DD. I know as much as you want to use the bang channel point redemption, do not do that. Hey Carlos, how you doing, man?
Was that movement ahead?
No, I'm betting on nobody.
Turtle hitting every swamp stash.
Out there stash.
So we've missed it here on screen, guys, but OG subspecies has extracted. Well, we're about 3.5 minutes left in this raid. He's been able to bank those points, which is amazing for him. And we might see some more extracts coming up shortly with
looks like
Nobby looks like he's heading to tunnel
extract.
Yep, Marcus on the way out.
Pier. Marcus is going. And we'll have to wait and see how many moonshines he has.
And Toast, I'm expecting some leaderboard movement here for this raid because our top 3 all died in this raid. So it's a really good opportunity for some of those players that were maybe below or in our bottom 6 to really get some points and make some movement up towards the top there. I think it's going to bring all of our competitors very close together. And it's going to be an interesting last couple of raids, I tell you.
Oh, look how many moonshines Sonobi's picked up. And there's another one. Turtle nading and heading for lighthouse extract. May have some company out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is also one further up.
Could just be a precaution.
Yeah.
Just
well, Nobby and Turtle are the last
find
2
out if he's
in
got
raid here.
Competition.
Yeah, I'll put painkillers on again just before I get to the extract.
So Turtle will get out. That's all right. He's got to be happy with that effort there. Some kills on the board, few moonshines, a successful raid for AU Turtle, banking those points on the way out at Path to Lighthouse. With Nobby on the long run all the way to tunnel. This is, Toast, this is one of the longest runs you ever do on any Tarkov map. Running out of stam, letting it regen, keep sprinting. Hopefully a scab doesn't try and murk you from on Scab Island there. Waiting for stam to regen. It's such an arduous extract, this one.
He may not make it. He might want to drink a moonshine and get a bit more stamina.
You know, with that amount of time left on the counter there, I would definitely
it's either going to be 3 points.
Drinking the moonshine and trying to get the extra stuff to get out.
Or I get out anyway, and I've still got 3 points.
That's exactly what he's just talking about right now.
Do you have any stems to get your energy back up?
Negative.
Oh, I'd be making a call on this really soon, Nobby.
Very good battle modding there.
Epic failure, Dave, the battle mod there. One of our very seasoned battle mods has had a lot of success bringing competitors to winning. He was actually my battle mod when I won the solos. All right, dropping the gear there, just trying to reduce some of that weight.
Yeah, and he hasn't put 2 and 2 together. He can't take a hint. He wants to get all the moonshine or none of it.
Well, you know, 3 points is a lot of points. You know, we've seen people make or break their progression to finals by 1 point before. So this is really important that he can try and bank as many points as he's got. And I think he's got just enough to get out.
But it costs you 3 points to extract and get 9 or 12. Oh, he's just going to make it.
All right, 3 seconds. Well
look at
done.
that 3 second
Sonobi, well
margin.
done.
Oh, that's giving people what they wanted.
Well, Toast, I don't think anybody can say that Sir Nobby didn't try and get every last little bit of time out of that raid to maximize on points. So, that was an incredible raid for our competitors there. Toast, do you want to take us through what's changed in the leaderboard for Group B of the Oceanic Solos?
Looks like we have a couple of changes at the top. We got Brobster, still number 1 with 47 points, not much gain there. And we still have Wild Koala in number 2. So those points leads, but the points leads are very much narrowed. Only 9 points now between 2 and 3 to Marcus, who's back in the number 3 spot, who lost it in round 2, but he's back up in number 3 spot with 36 points. And Sonobi drops down to the number 4 spot with 32 points. Juicin not far behind with 28, and Shad Radicus only another 3 points behind with 25, and just 1 point behind to Splinter, and that's at the cutoff because the top 6 go through to the next round to the final, and the bottom 6 don't. So 1 point separates the ones who go through the final and those who miss out. So it's very close, and many players very close to getting into the top 6 in the last couple of rounds that we have ahead of us.
Absolutely. And with only those short amount of points between, we saw it in labs. We saw 5 kills in 5 minutes. That could happen again on either of our other maps here, on either Customs or Lighthouse. And if that does happen, let's say the top 6 get knocked out really, really early, it's an opportunity for that bottom 6 to just come flying into those top positions. So I think it's way too early for us to make any calls yet as to who will definitely get through to the finals. And I would really hope that our competitors in that bottom 6 are pushing as hard as they possibly can, because it is not over until the last PMC extracts from our final raid tonight. So really, really exciting stuff happening here and starting to shape up. There's a lot of great names here. Chat, make sure you go and chuck these guys a follow. All of these guys are dedicated content creators in the Oceanic region, so make sure you chuck them a follow. It costs you nothing, and you might meet some really great people along the way, so go and check those guys out. I know they'll really, really appreciate the support. Toast, we might get a look at the rule set for our next raid coming up. Boss's Treasure on Customs Day.
This is so much fun, this round. It might be my new favorite round because all the action is concentrated around one plot point, and that is on Customs. We have set up the server, Battlestate especially set up the server so that Rishala is not carrying his golden TT. He's left his golden TT locked in the office in New Gas. Rishala is down at Stronghold, and he has the key to the office on him. So players have to kill Rishala, and there's 5 points for that kill and 2 points for each guard. Get the key, unlock the New Gas office, and get the golden TT, which if you can extract with that golden TT, that is worth a whopping 10 points, the biggest point scoring item in the whole match. So there's also 1 point per scav kill, 1 point per PMC kill, 2 points if you can extract with a dog tag. And 2 points per guard kill, 5 for Rishala. The extract, as always, is worth 3 points. The golden TT worth 10 points. And this one, all the action is going to be concentrated in that one area, starting off around the Stronghold and then moving to not far away to New Gas. So all the action is going to be centered there. And it's going to be so interesting to see what strategy. There's so many possible strategies here. Do you try and kill Rishala and the guards and get those points? Do you try and camp Rishala and get other players going for Rishala? Do you camp new gas and hang out there. We've seen that happen in the past in EU and NA. There's so many different options here. Do you just go on a scav safari and just go get 15 points killing scavs while everyone else is distracted trying to track down Reshala? It's so interesting, and so much story in this plot, and so many stories come out of this challenge, the boss's treasure.
I think you're absolutely right there, Toast. And, you know, a really, really valid point that you've raised. You know, the Scav Safari should not be ignored. This should not be ignored, and this is a strategy. You know, this customs rule set that we've got reminds me. We used to have a rule set back in the day in some of the older seasons. That was we'd go and have a bag that was stashed in the dorms, and you'd have to go and find that bag and extract with that bag. This is very reminiscent of those times, right, where we'd still have bosses and things up on those raids, and you know that bag being worth 10 points and trying to extract with it. Obviously, the bag, and as with this golden TT, it can't be placed in your container. You can't stop other competitors from grabbing it. So maybe you go on a scav safari, pick up some points, and if you run into that player who's gone and done all the legwork to go and get that golden TT, you know, maybe you just get a free golden TT on the way out. So I would absolutely recommend for our competitors, make sure you check every slot that's at least 2 slots on anything you kill, because you never know what you might find. You know, we might even see if there's a player who still wants to go and get some more kills. Maybe they just stash the golden TT somewhere and then come back and get it later. Who knows? But there are so many scavs on this map, and you know, we've seen in the past where scav kills have just been way more beneficial. Keep yourself out of the risk zones. Get yourself close to extract and extracted with all of those scav points. This is incredible. I think I'm with you, Toast. I think this is possibly my favorite because of all the stories that come out of it. So, going to be really interesting to see what comes of it tonight.
And the key also can't be put in gamma, so that key is available. Even if someone gets to Reshala, gets the key from him, you can kill that person and get the key from that player, as well as their dog tag, and then go for that golden TT yourself. There's so many options here. And of course, because Reshala is at the stronghold, there's sniping spots around. You can get in the power building up in the windows and have overwatch over that area. You can get in the crack house and have overwatch from the other side. You can even try, someone tried yesterday to get on the 3rd story of dorms and have overwatch of the that area. Didn't go well, but that is an option. So, but there's no loot to be got this time around. It's all about kills and getting that golden TT.
Absolutely, and it's I really think if this was me, I think I'd be following the method. I'd either be going for the scav kills, right? Go and get those on the outside, stay away from that conflict, stay out of those risk zones. But if I wanted to get a little bit risky, I think I definitely would not be fighting Reshala and the boys. I would let somebody else do that, and I would take out that one PMC on their way over to New Gas. Reshala and the boys are very, very scary, and if you want to try and take those guys early on, you know, it just, you risk that instant head eyes around the corner suddenly when one of them steps out on you. So good luck to anyone that wants to take on Reshala and the boys tonight. And we'll see exactly what's going to happen right now. We're going live with Afraid, our first competitor spawn in to our customs raid for Boss's Treasure.
Yeah, that'll do. Let's go laser.
And the spawn's so important here. He's got a very close one to the action zone. There's so many spawns close to each other on this map. With 12 different people spawning at 12 different spots, you've got a really good chance of someone spawning right beside you.
Absolutely. I'd almost argue that this is probably one of the most difficult spawns, right? Like, you're in the middle of our 2 major epicenters for our objectives and tasks. And you're right, with all of those players spawning outside of that area, I don't think you have an angle that is safe, right? If you spawn on the edge of the map, at least you know everything behind you is going to be clear mostly. But Afraid's in a really scary spot right there, joining... Chad Radicus and Splinter over at the storage units.
Right near each other. And we may have some action here. Normally a quiet part of the map, early raid, but when you got 12 people spawning in, you're going to have company. I think they might hear each other or at least be aware that there might be someone nearby. It's hard to be quiet around here, so much metal. Testing the waters with a grenade. Oh, and spotted.
Oh.
Brutal.
Sorry, I love you.
They saw each other, but Chad Radicus lost out in that fight to Splinter.
Yep, just holding that angle there, and unfortunately just having, only that top part of your body exposed over the top of that fence there. Splinter just spotting him when he's come around the corner. There's not a lot you can do. It leaves you incredibly exposed there. So, no, great kills there from Splinter.
We're seeing that a lot today. The person in motion has an advantage in this game.
All right, looks like we're over with Brobster here at the moment. And Juice and TV
Out
looks
the
like he's on the other
backfield,
side of
up
this.
on the hill. Oh, spotted, but that could be a scav.
No, I think he's definitely spotted Juicin down there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just comms, please.
Oh, no, maybe you were right. Yep, so there was the scav
They
down
were
there
both
that's
looking
kept
at the
Juicin
same
busy.
scav.
Yep. Yep, now they're very aware of each other's presence.
I'll say. Oh, and Juicin going down. I think we might see the other side of that in a second.
Yeah, so Brobster had
It wasn't
heard that
Juicin.
scav yell,
No, it wasn't
I think.
Brobster. Yeah.
So
I think we might just have a little bit of delay here between these views. All right, flicking over now to Afraid, who's on the push to... we have a term for it here in Australia, but we're just going to call it Foundation tonight because this is a professional broadcast.
That shooting appears to have stopped. YOLO! Shift W!
Yeah, Brobster did kill Juicin, but it's just we missed the action there. Oh boy, this is a bold move. And have we spotted Rashala yet?
Night,
Oh,
Sorted.
Red Star. Absolutely taken out.
Oh,
Good
dear.
night, sir. Afraid got to be pretty happy with collecting that kill there. It looks like he's maybe going to be in for his better rate of the night. So,
A Ridstar, a very strong player, can't catch a break today.
No key.
Happy Feet Ninja just spotted something over at Big Red. Looks like Splinter's here on the other side of this.
Yeah, Splinter just hit a scav at Big Red. No,
Yeah,
that was
sorry.
not a scav. That was Happy Feet Ninja going down.
And just shoot.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate Happy Feet. GG's to Splinter on that fight there. Nice quick reflexes.
And yeah, just getting locked down, not even across the river yet. There's so many players spawn there. When you have 12 people spawning in, you're going to have company in that area.
And we've seen it a number of times here, right? Where players are just still near their starting spawns.
Mm.
All right. Afraid and Marcus, both on the other sides here of Foundation. Sounds like we can hear the boys upstairs there.
Yeah.
Imagine fighting a PMC whilst you've still got Rashala and the boys right above you there.
I'm actually... Hello?
Okay, Freyd's just heard Marcus's MP7 fire off there.
Can we do the Batman? We can do the Batman, that'd be hilarious. Not.
Oh.
Excellent, Afraid. He's taken that higher position there and was able to get around to the backside of Marcus.
That's tough.
Unfortunate.
That's tough. Nice try, Marcus. Afraid taking the higher ground there.
All right, well, he needs to... thankfully, he doesn't need to do any healing or anything like that, so if he can get his mags packed, he can prioritize just checking any of those bags, maybe for some more consumables and stuff like that. We're assuming that Rashala hasn't been taken out yet. Potentially, we do see some of the boys downstairs here.
Oh, it could be one of those bodies there. I think Rashala might be one of those bodies, I'm not sure.
So I know he's in the other half.
Well, if he is, he's in a very good position if that's the case. Splinter here over at, looks like near Crack House potentially, yep.
Yeah, and Afraid the only person in Stronghold right now. Apart from
that's
Rashala.
Why you want an OP, bro?
Alright, so we've got one of the boys still outside.
Let's go.
I think we've still got Rashala
taking
hiding
care of
away
them.
here somewhere.
He's lost an arm.
I like the IRL lean there from Afraid.
You got to do it.
Lonks in chat, he's a fan.
Get some points from a scav. So we might be doing the scav farm.
I like this one. I get to fight in this round.
Well, and with that opportunity, you've done quite well, Afraid.
Outside. There is like 0 chance of me looting him, eh? So what do I do from here? Pop another profit hole. So the way up. Okay, 16 minutes. Fair enough.
The adrenaline going. Right. You can feel it, can't you?
Absolutely. AU Turtle down here in the bottom right-hand corner, chasing down these shots right now.
That looks like a player.
It looked like a player, but I'm not sure. Yeah, somebody here at the back
sprinting across the map. He's wearing brown.
We do a little Arubulin. I just kind of want to see if I got any more meds. Nope.
Where's Robster?
So fucking good.
Robster might be camping new gas.
He is currently down there, yeah. So he's brought in a moonshine. He can maybe drink that later if he wants to. It's not a bad plan bringing one of those in.
This is the bloke who got me on the...
Got you on the uwu. Boy, what's going on?
Afraid letting off a bit of steam there after what was an incredibly tense situation there. Still Rashala to deal with.
Playing a tournament.
And returning back to the tournament there.
Splinter looking over the whole scene. So Splinter, do you call this skeleton overlooking?
I call this one Skelly, yeah. It's a Skelly, and then we sort of call that one there in front of Splinter Construction, and then obviously Foundation for where Afraid is here right now. It's important, chat. Make sure you've got your call outs. It doesn't matter what you call it, but if you're playing on a team, make sure everybody's using the same call outs. All right, Splinter hearing that action there that was all of those shots behind dorms. And Sonobi over at Old Gas.
Old Gas, yeah.
So we haven't got players that are super close to Afraid here right now, but you know what? We've got players that are sort of either side of him here. And if they make any of that push in, it could become a really sticky situation for Afraid, who will potentially be finding this key to go and pick up this golden TT.
And Afraid leaving his run for the key really late if he's going to do that.
Absolutely. Robster's still just chilling around around the gas station. He's right behind the window of that locked room, so perhaps waiting to hear a key turn in that lock, somebody to go in and go and pick up that golden TT.
Mm-hmm.
All right, OG subspecies down here in the bottom right. It looks like he was... Where's he? He's along the... Okay, so he's along the fence line right near Skelly, yeah. So he's going to be really close here to Splinter.
So everyone expecting someone to be running across the road with the key, but no one is.
All right, OG subspecies sounds like he's aggroed some of the scavs here. Splinter's heard that scav aggro out in the road, and he's pushing immediately towards this area here where OG subspecies is. Grenades out, OG subspecies completely unaware that Splinter has got the lock on him. And takes him down through the crack in the fence. Unfortunate for OG subspecies on this map, but well done to Splinter there, picking up some points, clearing those bushes. I'm not sure if there was even a scav in there, but definitely just taking some shots to clear it.
Ready for the strat? Are we ready for the strat?
We're ready, Afraid. What is the strat?
Point denial, let's go!
Point denial! Wow. Okay. So he's
he threw the key under the stairs.
I'll come back for that if I can kill everyone.
Okay.
Is that
all right?
Wait. Do I still have a battle mod in here? Because I feel like
that's that is an excellent plan by Afraid here. So if he can clear the rest of the map and be fairly confident that there's no other PMCs kicking around, he'll be able to come back, get that key, go back down to gas. You know, this is a really good opportunity for him to actually go and clear new gas to make sure there's nobody camping it. Because imagine if you take that key to new gas and you get killed, you're handing it to another player.
Excellent. All right.
That is
I'm gonna
wild.
Go deal with some spicy bushes and some ZBs full of.
And of course, they're not very far apart, these spots. It's easy to get back and forth.
Yeah. Robster still sitting at the window waiting for the door to be unlocked, completely unaware that Afraid's just binned that key and might be coming to sort you out prior to coming and unlocking this door. This is...
Look, we saw this
it's a lot of
work
points.
in EU, but I don't
we
think
did, yeah. It's such a risky play, though.
Basically out there.
Absolutely, yeah, but it's even just the time invested sitting there waiting. He could be out there picking off scavs and returning back to that position, but, if nobody ever comes with that key, that's absolutely 10 points down the drain, and obviously the time for not being able to accrue any points in there. So it's an interesting strategy for sure. Under 10 minutes left now in Raid.
Yep.
Under 10 minutes to go now. There's the 10-minute warning.
Afraid looting
he's
all the bits here.
Late.
I don't know why you're looting, sir. You got 10 minutes.
Oh.
Don't worry about the loot. Let's go. You've got to go. You've got to go and clear these spots.
Why are you carrying a zeroed Corrent?
Well, it's just those habits that we talk about, right? We've seen all of our players try and put those tags in their gammas. You take out some players, it's just habit to loot all of that spicy loot, right?
Try and get a peek on that.
Luckily, he dropped the bag, and
without exposing myself to the bag.
he's got a lot of work to do in the next 9 minutes.
Way to go.
Absolutely. So we've got Sonobi over at Crackhouse here now. If Afraid makes any noise, he might actually alert Sonobi to the fact that he's over there, exposing his position. But thankfully not exposing the key.
All right, let's go see if we can clear gas. Someone sniped this guy, but I don't know where.
Ah, I don't think Afraid's going to go to Crackhouse. That's for sure.
It's very unlooted.
Definitely not. I think he wants to go and clear new gas, which is smart. But Sonobi might spot him here.
Sonobi's line of vision.
Quick, let's check all the bushes. Fuck me. All right.
Afraid's leaving this very late with 8 minutes here in raid. So, all right, tag secured. Nice work. Going to be prioritised just picking up that slightly bigger rig here. Definitely worth it. All right, Splinter round the back.
Because even if you get the golden TT, you've got to extract after that.
Absolutely, and this is not a lot of time. So he needs to go and clear new gas. He then needs to make the return back to Foundation, get the key, go back to new gas. Hopefully he's not going to run into any other players along the way.
Oh, what's happening? That is not good.
All right, Splinter taking out a scav there. Turtle not far behind. Hears it.
Noisy business, killing a scale like that.
And he's spotted him.
Turtle down.
Unfortunately, Turtle goes down. Some nice points there for Splinter. Obviously close to ZB11 as well. So with 7 minutes left in raid, 4 tags in the bag. It could be a really good opportunity. Absolutely, it could be a really good opportunity for him just to get an extract here and bank some of these points.
That's right. Those kills are only worth 1 point each right now. But if he extracts, they're worth 3 points each.
Okay. So Nobby was in Crackhouse. He's left Crackhouse. Afraid is for some reason, he's made the push in this direction here. Not sure if he's aware that Sonobi's here. He doesn't seem to be, but Sonobi certainly heard something over the other side here.
Very cavalier.
Shots on. They've missed. All right, Afraid's very aware. He's got the lock-in on the position here now. All right, Sonobi's still holding that position there.
The smoke's coming again.
The smoke's come out. I'm not sure if he
was meant
wanted
to be a nade, but he threw a smoke instead. Yes.
Most definitely. F1 coming out now. Very close. A Scav getting the jump on Afraid.
Oh no!
And the F1 did kill Sonobi.
Oh no way!
Oh,
brutal.
That is very unfortunate for Sonobi there. But Afraid just on a roll.
Such bad luck.
You know, for one of our contestants that was on the bottom of the leaderboard, this is shaping up to be quite the amazing raid. But 5 minutes left in raid here, Toast. There is no chance he's going to make it back to pick up the key, to get to new gas, to get out, right? Like,
he's going to smoke the entire path between the two places.
All right, Splinter getting out here, and it looks like Afraid is also going to take the extract as well. And bank those points. So where's
and denial?
Yeah, definitely. So where's Brobster? Please tell me you're not still at the door, mate. All right, so Brobster's got the Juson's tag there. Yep.
Got some scabs.
You know, it would have been an amazing strategy for Brobster if we had seen some movement earlier and people pushed to go and get that gold TT, but unfortunately it was just not something that played out for him there. So a risky play, I admire it, and just unfortunate that he wasn't able to see that happen for him there. So hopefully he can pick up a few extra scabs on the way out and make his way to extract for those extract points as well.
Last one in the map, 4 minutes to play. He can get a few scav kills. He's seeing if someone's already heading to extract maybe. but he might do a lap of honor or two.
Well, he hasn't seen anybody for a while, so surely at this point, you get 3.5 minutes left in raid. He's obviously heard a little bit of action, but nobody came to Newgas. I'd be starting to think that maybe a lot of players were dead or left already. So,
Mm.
If there was much death in
Yeah,
here.
he's trying to solve this mystery, and he's never going to find an answer. I'm trying to think, even if there are dog tags in the stronghold, I think all the dog tags have been collected.
yeah, I believe everybody's collected their tags, right? So it's there's not even going to be any additional points there. It's really just keep yourself close to an extract. He's going to be close to Ruaf here. He's just spotted a scav. Hopefully, he can go out, pick that up. Maybe one extra point in the lead up to extracting. So a point leader here, last out of raid again.
Imagine I killed that player. Right at the end.
He thought it was a player
Oh,
there.
he'd be-
Okay.
Uh-huh. Well, either way, killing scavs is about the best thing you can do right now anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. So he's realised it's a scav. Unfortunate, but a good opportunity to get out well before. Luckily, no MIA Andes this time. But you never know. There's still one more raid left tonight. It could still happen, and we saw it happen last night. We've seen it happen a couple of times in this competition so far between NA and EU. Toast, do you want to take us through our leaderboard currently, and let's see how this last customs raid has shaken things up?
How amazing. Brob's just retained the lead. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's staying up there, hanging in there. Still number one. But the others are not far behind. Splinter is breaking away here, leapt up to the second position with easily the highest kill count. He's got 22 kill points, which is the highest of anyone. So all those kills that round rocketed him up to number 2, while Koala drops a spot to number 3, but is only 1 point behind on 46. Cernobi drops down is an equal fourth. Equal points with Marcus, but is ahead on the tiebreak. He has 40 points as number 4. Marcus, equal points, but just behind on number 5, and Juicin another 12 points behind on number 6. And then the break between those who get through and those who don't is just a 3-point margin to Chad Radicus in 7, Afraid in 8, and Turtle in 9. And then still having a good day and points on the board for everybody. OG Subspecies having a good showing and having a good time. Happy Feet Ninjas had some moments, and Ridstar some really bad luck, but still in there with some points at the end of the leaderboard with 1 round to go.
Nicely summed up. So yeah, so what I'm seeing here though, so we've got a clear break sort of between those that are 40 and above and those that aren't. So I really think we're going to see potentially not too much change in maybe a little bit of position changing, but not a lot of shifting out of the top 6. But I think at this stage we still guaranteed have that 6th position open for contention, really for anyone to pick up with on this Lighthouse raid. There are massive points for our final raid tonight, so it's going to be a really good opportunity for any of those guys to get up and take a hold of that 6th position and get through and qualify for our finals tomorrow night. So I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see. And who knows, maybe Chad Radicus on 25 there could absolutely get above 40 points here as well. So I think we're definitely going to see that 6th position change hands. But we could see 4th, 5th, and even 3rd as well. So it's going to be really, really exciting. Toast, do you want to take us through our final map for the night over on Lighthouse?
This is an exciting final round. Everyone loves an airdrop, and what's better than one airdrop That's one airdrop every 3 minutes. That's right. Battlestate Games have customized the service so that this raid gets an airdrop every 3 minutes on the dot. And in that airdrop, there are 3 OFZ shells, otherwise known as OFZ shells. There are 3 in each airdrop, and they're what's worth the points this time. We're going to Lighthouse. We've got 25 minutes, and again, they can load out any kit they like except a Reaper, a Fleur, or a T7. But this time they're looking for airdrops. 3 points per OFZ shell, but you have to extract with it. And as before, 1 point for a scav kill, 1 point for a PMC kill, 2 more if each dog tag you manage to get out alive, and 3 points for the extract itself. So a lot of points on the line here. With those airdrops coming every 3 minutes and 3 OFZ shells in each one, there's a lot of 3-pointers, but that can land in the middle of the road. They can land in some very exposed spots. Lighthouse is sniper heaven. And of course, we're still going to have rogues up around the water treatment plant. They're all still there. Airdrops are going to happen up there as well as down the southern end. It's a long, thin map. There's long lines of sight, but then there's very different sections of the map, and you can spend your whole time in one section of the map and not even get to the other section. But you've got to be able to extract. You've got to have time to get to those extracts, and just getting to that extract can take quite a few minutes out of your 25-minute raid. And don't forget, this competition is for real world money. The winner of tomorrow night's competition is going to take home $1,500 US, courtesy of Battlestate Games. Second place, $1,000 US. Third place, $500, and that's a lot of Kiwi dollars. That's a lot of Australian dollars on the line, plus the bragging rights. But no one gets money today. That's all in the final tomorrow. Today you've got to place in the top 6 to get through to that final, and there'll be drops. Don't forget about that. There's going to be some drops. So everyone is going to be a winner for showing up for the final tomorrow night. But there's one more round before we get there.
There is drops. Very exciting tomorrow night. I will have the stream open myself just to make sure I can get some of those. But also our competitors, our finalists, will have drops as well. So please make sure you go and chuck them a follow tonight so that you're ready. You'll get the notification when they're live tomorrow, and then that way you can go and support their channels. Go and collect your drops there as well. Toast, I think you're spot on about the way this map is, right? It's long, it's thin, extracts are a while away. 25 minutes. We saw an MIA happen last night, and really not that far from extract at all. It was super unfortunate. Do you think we're gonna see any more MIAs tonight? Like, I'm feeling we're gonna have one. I really do think we're gonna have one. Maybe we need a poll up in the chat there to tell us, is it MIA, Andy, or no? I really just think we're gonna have another one tonight, given how big this map is and how long it takes you to get to an extract.
I don't know how much money these guys have left. They have limited resources in their predefined tournament accounts, but I'd be buying an SJ6, I'd be buying a mule, I'd be getting all the stims I can. We've already seen someone only just make it out by 3 seconds to spare. You don't want it to be the other way around with a backpack full of OFZ shells. So who knows? But often half of this match is decided in the first few minutes. Some of these spawns are quite close together. If you get a spawn up on a cliff top, then you're going to be looking for people to snipe. People are going to bring some long-range equipment to this map and expect to see some long-range kills early on before the airdrops even start coming in. And then once those airdrops start coming in, that provides sound cover. A lot of people can move around, flank each other without even being heard, and that can be a big advantage too.
Most definitely. So, chat, there is a poll up in your chat there. Make sure you go and vote on that. I want to hear your opinion on this. I want to know, and we've got a little bit of time just while our competitors are getting ready. They're obviously getting all their loadouts ready. They're loading into raid. It's all happening. So make sure you go and vote in that poll there, but also make sure you go and check out the Evasion socials there, guys. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, where you can see any of the past competitions, and TikTok as well, where you'll see clips from all of our amazing Team Evasion creators. But it sounds like we're going to jump straight in to our first raid, or to our last raid on Lighthouse tonight with Brobster, our current point leader for the night.
Down by the crooked house, and he's making his way south, so he's going to try and head off some of the people spawning south of him, maybe down towards Lighthouse. Chad Radicus might be one of them, and you can already hear the first airdrop coming in, so that's going to make it difficult for people to hear each other. But can they see each other? They know each other exist, and they're looking for that early kill.
It's just deafening. That plane comes over.
Plane. They're both eyes on the plane, not on each other. Oh, but now they're moving.
We might see some carnage here at the first airdrop if we're not careful. Chat's decided 71% of you have said that yes, we will have an MIA Andy today.
Chat is tough. Oh, eyes on.
Eyes on right here.
Who was that? And that Robster just didn't want to take the shot. And now he's creeping up towards the house.
This is smart, right? Like, that house is fairly in the open. He's definitely going to be cornered, whoever's in there at the moment.
Oh,
we see
now
Wild
Koala's
Koala
up on that sniping rock, overlooking.
Okay, we see Afraid down at this shack here.
We saw early kills last night from this spot at where Wild Koala is. Oh, Afraid crossing the road.
And spotted by Koala there. Shots on, and unfortunately Afraid goes down with a headshot from Wild Koala.
Why did the Afraid cross the road?
Position. Oh, that is the question.
Let's go.
All right, well, GG's to
and the Koala
Afraid.
onesie pays off again.
Last raid for the night.
Wait, how is there blood?
There's a lot of blood on this map. It might already be there.
How is there blood behind me in a bullet mark and I didn't get hit?
Oh, interesting. Bit of CSI going on there.
Bit of feedback for Battlestate Games.
Sure. So we're joining Splinter and Chad Radicus at the moment.
Are they up north in the cliffs above water treatment?
Potentially. We'll see where Chad Radicus is in a sec at the moment. Just really prioritising making sure all of those mags are packed. Another plane coming through here, guys.
Airdrop number 2.
All right, just swapping our views here now. So Chad Radicus and Ridstar look like they're very close to each other at the moment over at the water treatment plant.
They must have taken out some of the rogues already.
Someone's above me.
Ooh.
I fucking hate coming this way, man.
Oh boy, Ridstar really focused on finding targets. Not too worried about the airplanes. Everyone else seems to be staring at the sky when the plane comes over.
CB? Does train come?
Do not believe so. I can double check
The rooftops are clear, so those rogues have been taken out, and the ground ones may have already, unless they've moved to a different position. Splinter, meanwhile, down at the beach, at the Leaning House, where we've seen action today already. I don't have an idea where that second airdrop is, but 3 minutes is a short time till the third one comes in. Juicin crossing the road. I get terrified every time I cross that road. And Splinter looking out for snipers, counter-sniping, which is a pretty smart move in this match. Now Splinter making... Oh, spots. Scav complicating things. Oh, Juicin goes down. Scav making it complicated, but Juicin taking those shots from Splintero and dying tragically in the final round. Splinter with a bit of healing to do there as well. That isn't always the way that a Scav really messes up your PvP. And there is one of the airdrops. Brobster with eyes on. That's a Scav down to Splinter. Another plane coming in, but Brobster eyes on the airdrop right by the water's edge. Down, looks like down south near the lighthouse. Koala is trying to get to that airdrop. Might not know Brobster is in the area.
More smokes for Koala, good to see.
Ah, so close. And Brobster with the kill while Koala going out. And Brobster, our leader, getting that kill.
That's our third place position being taken out by a first place position. Brobster just establishing and dominating that lead currently right now. But that will be the last raid for Wild Koala, unfortunately. Chad Radicus over in the rogue territory at the water treatment plant.
In a full sprint, which I'd be so much more cautious. Oh, and he goes out.
Was that a rogue?
I don't know if that was a rogue or a player.
Oh, dear.
There might have been one rogue left. Handsome.
It's a handsome
Look,
kill.
At least it wasn't Trent, the rogue.
At least it wasn't the Trent rogue. No, that is absolutely correct. There is an afraid rogue out there as well, and a bunch of the other emissaries. And
it's a little close to home.
Yeah, so it's very unfortunate. So Nobby
that's
here,
a tough way to go out,
isn't it, bro?
Yeah, landmines are sketchy.
Yeah, landmines. Yeah,
I remember when Woods.
Good advice from Battle Mod. Epic failure, Dave here. Landmines are sketchy.
Yes. Landmines go off, you just smile like idiot. You just go about your raid.
Yeah. Right. First one you find, second one you likely did.
He's having. He might suspect there's a airdrop here. I've seen airdrops fall in this backyard. Oh, and the moonshine going down.
Let's go.
Excellent work from Sonobi. Let's see what this does. This should give him a lot of buffs.
It took me like 2 wipes to realise that you could drink moonshine, vodka, and whiskey.
That's right, you can definitely drink them, chat, but I believe we've got additional buffs for the moonshine on these private servers provided by Battlestate Games to us absolutely amazingly. Their team is currently on the other side of the world, helping us maintain, keep these private servers running and helping us with all of the back-end duties and matching up our competitors and all of that sort of stuff. So a massive shout out and thank you to Battlestate Games for the private servers, but not only for that, the prize money and support as well. We couldn't have done it without them.
As well as the automatically updating scoreboard at escapefromtarkov.com/evasion.
He just
Absolutely.
poked my
Turtle
shot.
taking out some... Taking out a scav here by the looks, up on the road.
One more scav down. Another point.
All right, here's some steps running up. Flicks around
Crikey.
and... Okay,
he's
looks
in
like
the
they're
low
still
ground.
up.
He's got very poor cover. Turtle completely frozen silent.
Turtle, definitely a fan of the... not even a whisper, no, definitely a fan of just sitting and listening and taking it all in, just really assuming that tactical gameplay style.
There's a buffer on his stream. I want to know what's happening.
Classic Australian internet for you guys.
Sounds so weird here.
Come on, NBN. Don't let us down now. Another plane in the distance.
All right, grenade down.
Testing the waters.
More loading there, guys. That's all right. All right. We'll return back to Turtle in a moment. Joining now with Sir Nobby.
Overlooking the chalet.
I'm hearing in my ear actually that it might have been that grenade from Turtle might have actually been a kill on OG subspecies. So that was who he was so freaked out about with being so close. That's why he was taking that tactical position.
Excuse me.
So Nobby getting shot by very scary sounding scabs.
Very angry scab. You want that point, but you don't want it that badly.
All right,
nice.
taking him out, thankfully.
I wonder if
another potential for an airdrop coming
in that
through.
village. Is that just an Overwatch spot? Is he just doing sniping from this rock? An airdrop
He is. He's
up at water treatment.
Don't have to look around.
That airdrop might have been a good opportunity for Chad Radicus. His soul rest in peace. Unfortunately, being taken out by the handsome rogue up there. That would have been a really good opportunity for him to go and pick up that airdrop there. And these airdrops contain OFZs, guys. They are 3 points each. They are heavy. This is a very big map. There is only 25 minutes total in raids. So picking up these OFZs from these airdrops means that you've really got to make sure that you're guaranteed to get through to extract.
It's actually a good spot to farm scavs, but you wouldn't want to sit there too long and attract attention.
Absolutely.
We're back to the chalets. And Splinter back down near the road. Staying in that southern area. Just 7 of our competitors still alive at this point.
Really, no one's silly enough to sit up that rock yet.
We've already lost Chad
Yeah,
Radicus,
Robert,
Juicin,
just sit up there and
Afraid, OG Subspecies, and Wild
The
Koala.
one that I'm looking at on the peak.
Yeah, the one you just left from.
Absolutely. So that means that
Thanks,
positions
someone's
3, 6, and 7 are all down. So, if these guys have an absolute banger of a remaining raid, we could see some of these top 6 positions really change over. Keep an eye live, guys, with us on the leaderboard, exclamation leaderboard in chat there, or go to escapefromtarkov.com/evasion. Make sure you select on the drop-down Group B to see those scores live as they are updating.
And each person's score updates as they extract or die. That's when the score updates come through. Another plane coming in. So we can't even hear himself think. He's taken his headset off one ear.
Absolutely, but we can hear something shooting off in the background there.
Yeah. I think Nobby and Splinter aren't too far apart from the angle on the aeroplane.
Right, we're gonna make a move.
All right, just going
8 minutes
over and
remaining.
Marcus, who's opted for the dual weapon loadout. This is a really, really good loadout for this. We've seen him do some absolute work with the MP7 earlier on for those close range fights. The DVL in the secondary position here.
Taking a scav. At the chalet.
And shots on. That looks like that was one of the players
actually,
there. That
that
might
was
have
a
been
player.
Turtle. He wasn't far from here.
Turtle.
AU Turtle
That
going
was.
down.
Unfortunate for Turtle, but well done to all of his efforts tonight. Marcus
Really should-
securing
they
some
should
points
come
there in the way of a kill. He's got another dog tag, so long as he can get out, he'll get those additional points for that as well. Toast, I haven't seen a lot of looting of these OFZs tonight.
And none on Marcus, that's for sure.
All right, Brobster with a high position here. Looks like he's got an angle on Splinter here.
Never crossed the road. Oh.
Splinter returning the spray
fire.
back.
Oh, and there's a drop right there, that's why.
Splinter's not in a good way here. Definitely did a lot of damage.
Splinter has eyes on. Oh, with the high ground, that gives you a good spot with a nade. Oh, returning nades. Who's got the better arm? Oh, there goes Brobster. Did he go to the nade? No, 2 shots.
No.
There they are.
Really clean shots from Splinter
what
there.
a battle. Well fought on both
Wow.
sides. Splinter just coming out with a couple of health points. I can count about 50 points still remaining.
That's incredible. Well done to him for surviving that fight. Hopefully he can put his whole life back together and make it through. So GG's to Brobster there on that
And our
one.
leader
Splinter, obviously,
out.
well done. All right, so some of our other players on the map here, sounds like we've got Happy Feet Ninja has done a survive. They've gotten out. They have secured some points, which is excellent to see. Now let's see what happens with these guys here.
Let's go.
Easy.
Easy, mate.
Now, Ridstar,
Okay.
who was trailing at the end of the last round, going for the extract. And I wonder if he's got some OFZ shells on him. Or dog
Well,
tags. It's worth
Ridstar
banking
was-
here with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, he was. I'm hearing that he's got 6 OFZ shells, which is an absolute massive achievement on this map. He's really been prioritizing picking up all those OFZs. Very happy with himself about that effort, and congratulations on that extract on the final map of the night. This was his last opportunity. Looks like he killed that rogue, Handsome, that was unfortunately the rogue to take out Chad Radicus. This has been a massive raid for Ridstar. So just having a look at this
And that
leaderboard
has-
here.
That has jumped Ridstar right up to 6th spot with that score. It's not final yet because there's still people in the raid, but that has put him into the points playing positions to get through the final if he can hang on to that position, depending on how everyone else goes. But what an amazing leap from last to 6th in the final round. 3 OFZ shells for Wildkoala right there, and well fought for Splinter, who's still got
not too
quite
far
a
from
range of medical
extract here,
problems.
so most definitely. I wonder if we're going to see a decision here with those OFZs, with a couple of tags, a few of the aforementioned medical problems, dropping the armor there. Just trying to get some of that stam back and maybe head out at this extract up here. I don't know
Good
if
time
there's
to
much
drink that
left of it, to be
moonshine.
honest.
Probably was zeroed or negative. And hugging that wall
Yeah,
the
you're telling me
whole
you're
way to
sweating right
extract.
now. How the fuck do you think I feel?
All right, 3 minutes 30 left in raid. If our competitors aren't at an extract, they want to make sure they're very close to an extract. With currently 3 players alive in raid. So we've got Sir Nobby,
And a lot of chat
Splinter
money
on the way to
saying
the
there's going
extract.
to be an MI8.
Yeah, you know, there really could be. It's really coming down to the wire here. I mean, Marcus isn't too far, right? At the village, he isn't too far from the path to Shoreline extract. We've got Splinter. Looks like there's pretty well going to be a confirmed extract here, unless anybody else is close by. I think it could still happen, chat. It could still happen. I hope our competitors are keeping a very close eye on that timer.
Just over 2.5 minutes, mate.
We still have Sir Nobby in raid as well.
Oh, so Nobby
Also
looks
not
like
far
he's
from
getting
the
very,
south.
very close to that same
Nobby
extract.
could have eyes on.
He
If
has
he's-
just seen.
spotted.
Oh, there he is.
And not many hit points on.
Oh no!
Oh,
Just try to hit those shots there.
Splinter's in
Splinter
cover.
might.
Going for the shoe kill.
Saw someone.
Yeah. Could you imagine? being
Splinter
joined in the
doesn't
head?
dare go to the extract just yet.
Makes.
Oh,
Yeah, no, makes the
duck
break
and
for
weave,
it.
duck
Gets
and
behind
weave.
it.
And makes it.
Diamond Lighthouse.
A nade would still get
In
him.
the back of the head, going in next to him.
It was in the side, but he got.
Oh, Nobby just turned 180 at the exact time Splinter got across the road to extract.
That is
Wow.
And Splinter
Well,
manages
GG's
to
to
get
Splinter
out
there.
with those OFC.
Actually, he's gonna go to
What does that do to the standings?
Like, he's not in the
All right,
extract.
minute 30 left in raid here, guys. So Nobby very close to the extract. Probably just going to clear a couple of these corners. Make sure, either confirm that he did or didn't get the kill. But I'm sure he will jump out in a second. Marcus still appears to be taking on some scabs here down at the
I
village.
was about to say, I wouldn't risk anymore. I would just get out.
Battle mod very wise there.
Have something happen.
Brian, our battle mod. Marcus coming up to the 1 minute left in raid.
Really short.
We're
Very
in
close
the
to this
MIA
extract here.
territory. Chat believed there would be an MIA this round, and they could be right.
48, 47.
Marcus is still just looking out. You've got to admire it, right? He's still just looking out for any of these final additional points he can get. But, like, you know, a scab's only worth 1 point. Marcus, just get out. Knees to the chest, mate. Like, let's just go. You've got seconds.
The stamina is gone.
All right, and he's in the extract.
And he makes it.
With seconds
Dozens
remaining.
of seconds to go.
Listen, they can't keep doing it to us, Toast. This is
It's too
much.
stressful.
I'm not joking when I tell you.
All right, well, congratulations to Marcus getting out, and congratulations as well to all of our competitors tonight. Splinter, Chad Radicus, Afraid, AU Sir Nobby, Wild Koala, Juicin TV, AU Turtle, Ridstar, Happy Feet Ninja, Marcus NZ, OG Subspecies, and Brobster as well for competing tonight. We will get to the scores very shortly, but I just wanted to thank you as well, chat, for being here tonight, for watching the Group B of the OCE solo battles, and of course, Toast Rack, thank you very much for casting again with me tonight. It's been fantastic. Toast, if any of our viewers out there want to go and check out your stream, where are they going to find you?
You can find me at ToastRack TV. I stream most days, and I'm on TikTok, ToastRack TV, Twitter, ToastRack TV, Instagram, ToastRack TV. Nobody has taken the name ToastRack TV. I'm everywhere on that, and you can find me there. And of course, I'll be back here again tomorrow for the final.
Fantastic, guys. Make sure you go and check out Toast Rack TV there. My name's Trent AU as well. You can find me over at Trent AU on the Twitch and everything else. But no, we really appreciate you guys being with us here tonight. Let's check out these scores. I want to know how this all shaped up in the end and what happened.
Well,
Toast,
this
take it away.
is wild because we have a change of leader. We have Splinter. Because he got out that final round, takes the top spot from Brobster, who drops down to second. So Splinter is the winner of the Group B Oceania Solos Season 6 battle. So well done, Splinter going through, as well as the other top 6. Brobster in second position, and Marcus maintained that third position. Well done, Marcus, representing New Zealand. Sir Nobby in fourth place, not far behind on 50 points. Wild Koala very close behind as well. And Ridstar leapt from last place up to 6th place and goes through the final round with that amazing stash, that hoard of OFC shells and the survive on the final round. You can go from 0 to hero in the solo battles. That's amazing. Chad Radicus missing out brutally by just a couple of points in 7th position, but still an amazing showing. Juicin TV came next, and AU Turtle came 9th. After a bit of bad luck. Afraid AU came 10th. Happy Feet Ninja 11th, and OG Subspecies came in very close behind. And all of our competitors played super well. And even if you came dead last, I've come dead last in a competition before. It's still amazing exposure. It's still amazing experience. It still lives on in your memory and gives you stories for years to come. And I'm so glad everyone was here for the competition. But congrats to Splinter topping the charts at the last moment.
Absolutely, and that's just incredible that Ridstar has done that 0 to hero play, and it's why we keep saying, you know, even one raid can make all the difference. And looking at that point spread, particularly in that bottom 6 there, it really was anybody could have just that epic raid and find their way into the qualifiers. So going to be very exciting tomorrow night to have the finals. We're going to have, obviously, from Group B, Splinter, Brobster, Marcus, and Sir Nobby, and Wild Koala, as well as Ridstar coming through. So that's very exciting. And we look forward to joining everybody tonight. Everybody from tonight and everybody else coming as well over to the finals tomorrow night. You'll find us here. There are drops enabled, and of course Toast and I will be here to take you all through it. Once again, a huge shout out and thank you as well to all of our battle mods. Without them, we couldn't possibly do what we do. If you're interested in becoming a battle mod, extra points if you're a bilingual speaking individual, just make sure you join our Discord, have a chat with us, and even, you know, just come in and have a chat with us anyway. We're an amazing community of gamers in Tarkov, and we'd love to take you in. Huge shout out as well to Stints Built as well for supporting us and sponsoring us. If you do have any custom PC requirements, you're looking at a new build, go and check them out. They have some really amazing stuff. So thank you very much, everybody, tonight for joining us. We are going to jump over now in a raid over to Splinter's channel, winner of tonight's solos, where Toast and I will be asking him a few questions about his experience tonight. So, chat, thank you very much for joining us, and Toast, thank you for casting once again with me, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow night.
What a great
Make sure you don't miss
night.
out.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear what Splinter has to say about that win. Make sure you stay around for the raid, and we'll hear from the horse's mouth what happened and how it feels.